I'm Justin DeRoy, and you tuned in for a new episode of Canceled Misfits. This week's episode is Better Off Ted. This show is about a young manager of a research and development department of a major corporation. Its leading cast members were Portia de Rossi and Jay Harrington. Some of the main highlights of the show was just the fun antics like the cast members got into. It was very entertaining. Plus, one of the things I personally really loved about it is that they would constantly have like these fake commercials that run just before the actual commercial break, featuring some of the company's fake products they put out. Was always very entertaining because it's just really kind of just bizarre products that they would talk about that they were putting out. So it was always very funny, especially particularly when you would watch it and at first before you realize you're watching a fake commercial, you're like thinking like, who the would sell this shit? So that was always very entertaining for me. So show ratings opened up with about 5.6 million viewers for the pilot episode, and dropped to only though about 3.82 for the opening of the second season. Is actually reported to be one of the lowest rated comedies at the time. So pretty poor ratings for this show, despite the fact that reviews though for the show were actually pretty good. The show had started out with only about a 68 out of 100 on Metacritic, but then by the time its second season had come around, the Metacritic score had actually risen to 84 out of 100. And a lot of the praise that they got was actually just for the comedy and like the cast alone, people thought was great. So final thoughts on what happened with this show. I actually did find an interview with the show's creator on vulture.com. He had basically contributed to what happened with this show, basically starting out from one, extremely low ratings for the show, and then just the fact that it really only got like a cult following of viewers, only a very small percentage of the viewership, watched the show, unfortunately. And that's just kind of really just sad, though, that's what it kind of drove the show to be canceled, considering now, this show is, on plenty of, different streaming platforms now. And I know it's, gained in popularity. I only even started watching it once he had put it on Netflix. And I know, its popularity has only risen since then. So I kind of doubt with as long as it's been off air that it could possibly get revitalized. But, a lot of shows like Arrested Development had gotten this for its show. They got revitalized on Netflix, and now it's still going off new episodes even today. Despite the fact that its original airing had ended over half a decade ago. So it'd be really cool to see that happen for this show, despite how unlikely I think it is, because I think there would have been some buzz about it by now, about some streaming platform picking it up. But anyway, those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Canceled Misfits. It'd be great if I could maybe get some of you to check out some of the other content on this channel, such as on Friday I do a box office prediction, followed by a recap on Monday. Also, Tuesday, me and my brother do a hi-fi pop video, which is basically us reviewing, popular pops that are out there. Also, talking about news of new pops coming out, stuff like that. Anyway, also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Maybe even check out the Patreon link so that you can maybe support this channel. But that is it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Viridian Dynamics. Every day, something we make makes your life better. Power. We make that. Technology. We make that. Cows. Well, no, we don't make cows. Although we have made a sheep. And medicines. And airplane engines. And whatever this is, and all sorts of things. Viridian Dynamics. Every day, something we make makes your life better. Usually. Viridian Dynamics. Life better.